Okay, so now we want to talk about FOPEN. So we saw the prototype. It takes the path to the file that we want to open, and it takes the mode. So FOPEN basically opens the file at the given path. So after we open it, if the open succeeds, we are able to read and write data to the file, depending on the mode we are using, right? So FOPEN returns a pointer to the file if the open succeeds, and returns null if the open fails. So let's have a look at an example. So first of all, this function returns a pointer to a file, right? So in order to store the return value, we need to have a pointer to a file. So let's make a file star and call it f. I will initialize f to be equal to a call to this function. So I will say fopen, and here I should give the path, and here I should give the mode, right? Now, in the directory of this project, right click and create a new text document. Let's call it data. Okay, don't call it data.text, just call it data. Now press enter, and if you press properties, as you can see, this file is called data and its type is a text document. So if you call this file data.text, it will be data.text.text. okay, so this is why I told you to not put .text in the name. Now, the directory of this file is this over here. So let's copy it and let's go back to code blocks. Now, the path is the directory. So paste the directory, and we also have to put the name of the file. So add a backslash, then put data.text. So we have to put the extension of the file. In this case, it is a text file. Now, as you can see, we have a backslash, and a backslash is a special character. So what's happening exactly? This string is something like this. Let me put a comment. So these backslashes indicates that the character after them is not a special character. So C sees that this string is something like this, without backslashes, because we are simply taking the character after the backslash and considering it not a special character. And the backslash is a special character and it is not a part of the string. So as you can see, our directory is not correct. So to make the directory correct, we have to put a backslash over here, right? So we put backslash. And now let's see what will happen. This backslash indicates that the character after it is not a special character and it is a part of the string. So this backslash will be a part of the string, and also this one and this one. Let me duplicate this, and now this string over here, C understands it something like this. Let me remove this. Perfect. So as you can see, now we have a backslash in our directory. So now it is correct. So over here, we should replace each backslash with 2 backslashes, like this. Okay, now the directory is correct. So now we are pointing to the data.text file. We want to open it. Now we should specify the type. Let's say I want to read something from this file. I don't care about the mode at this point, okay? So now, if fopen succeeds opening the file, it will return a pointer to that file. So f will contain that pointer. And if it fails, f will contain null, right? So let's do something like this. If f, let's print f, open succeeded. So if f is different than null, this means that the open succeeded, and this condition will be true because f is different than null. So we will print this. And if f is equal to null, let's print f failed. Okay, so build and run. As you can see, open succeeded. Now, for example, let's say I'm trying to open a file called data.text. Now this file over here does not exist, and I'm opening it in read mode. And as you know, if the file does not exist, the read mode will not make or create that file, and we will not be able to open the file. So in this case, we should return null. Build and run, and as you can see, we have failed. Perfect. Now let's suppose that the name of the file is correct, but we have a problem in the path, so we put a wrong path. Build and run, also we have failed. Okay, and if you try to put only the name of the file, let's see, build and run, you get that open succeeded. So let me tell you why. Go to the project file and this data file is on the same level as the main file, right? So we can put only the name of the file, in this case data.txt. Now suppose that we have a new folder over here and we call it files, and this data is inside this folder. So now let's go back, build and run, and now we get failed because data.txt is not near the main.c file. It is inside a folder called files. So we can do the following. Let's access the folder. The folder is on the same level with the main.c file. So put files. So this over here is our folder, and we will put 2 \. So now we are accessing the folder, and this is the name of the file inside the folder, right? Build and run, and we have open succeeded. Perfect. And let me clear one point. What I mean by saying that a file or a folder is on the same level with the main.c file, this basically means they are in the same directory, okay? So this file and this folder are in the same directory, and previously this data and this main were in the same directory, so we were able to only put the name of the file, okay? Perfect. So congratulations, now we know how we can open a file using the FOPEN function. Now whenever we open the file, some streams are associated to this file, so now we can read and write information. And of course, I say again, this depends on the mode. But what I want you to know, that whenever we open successfully a file, we can use that file, okay? Just this. So this is it, and I'll see you in the next video.